fiction, which is already becoming a reality. How to open the green door to the future. The net profit of a clear country, and it is possible to prevent global warming. Alternative energy sources, unique technologies, and what you never knew existed. Life Science, watch it now. Time passed in seconds. Nevertheless, the remote didn't work. Batteries? Not in time. Now there's no time. Cursing, he took out the batteries, mechanically looked for a special box. However, it wasn't to be seen. What a strange planet after all, Chris thought once again. From the Earth Odyssey of the Super Agent K by Morris Palmidos. In today's program, the era of electronic waste. People who know about the danger and that it should not be thrown out, they bring it to us. When the lamp is off. Medical waste refers to dangerous kinds of waste. Then electronic waste and almost those containing mercury. Divide and be healthy. My son was doing a project on ecology, and we went with him. Trash cans are specially for that, they'll say, and we examined them. And the treasures of an old mobile phone. Gold, copper, aluminium, platinum. How can a gadget take revenge? Is there a second life in the battery? Do not keep the old phone at home. A clean environment. It happened that the day did not somehow start from the very beginning. First, the light in the bathroom burned out. Then, as it turned out, unfortunately, only one in the office, and under the dissatisfied look of the chief, the battery in the clock decided to die. In addition, the mobile phone, which has repeatedly stated its right to retirement, was finally disconnected from the civilized world just before important negotiations. Unfit objects need immediate exclusion of use. They all just ended up in the trash can, together with old ampoules and other expired medications. Stop! Who told you that the above things could be thrown out like this? We cannot just throw all these things out the usual way. Moreover, leaving it in the house for storage is also unsafe. If, of course, you do not want to bring the whole of the humanity, and first of all yourselves, closer to illnesses and other troubles. It's dangerous for life. Medical waste refers to dangerous kinds of waste, then electronic waste and also those containing mercury. These are popular energy-saving light bulbs. They contain mercury, well, except for LEDs. And fluorescent lamps that contain mercury, they can't be thrown out together with general rubbish, of course. By the way, usually on batteries and mobile phones, there's a sign that forbids throwing them out simply in a garbage container. But who draws attention to this? Yes, I somehow do not pay attention to it, though in the common pot and into the garbage. With old phones, they just stay at home. It all seems that they'll one day come in handy. I put it in the trash. Batteries, unfortunately, we just throw them away. There are certainly those who are interested in the question, especially, moreover, even brought it when needed. According to unofficial statistics, such people who care are 1 person per 100 of Kazakhstan's citizens, and our research confirms it. In general, I heard about this for the first time. We will dispose of them in general garbage cans. We need to make more effort to recycle garbage. And why is it necessary to dispose of things properly? Lights, cell phones, computers, batteries? So harmless on the outside and so dangerous inside. Typically, batteries include lead, cadmium, mercury, nickel, and zinc. All these elements tend to accumulate in the body, striking the lungs, the nervous system, the brain. Getting in a landfill, these objects emit toxic subject that's hauled into the soil and groundwater. Even one little battery can pollute up to 20 square meters of land. Unbelievable, but it is a fact confirmed by environmentalists. Only 2 batteries from remote can poison toxic substances with 800 liters of water, which is the daily subsistence allowance for one person. At the same time, millions of such batteries accumulate in landfills annually. Mankind today cares a lot about recycling of waste problems, since the problem can quickly become a serious ecological disaster in many countries, in many metropolitan areas. Just a few examples. According to statistics, only in Moscow, annually more than 15 million batteries are thrown away. In the United States, 180,000 tons of dangerous waste falls into landfills. How many are thrown out in Kazakhstan is unknown. It's known that the volume of the battery market is estimated at approximately 40 million units. It is dangerous for the environment, so they cannot be thrown out, but it is necessary to hand them over to a specialized organization such as ours for further disposal. Just think of all the produced batteries and accumulators in the world. Only 3% is processed, and the world ponders. The figures are positive. In the EU countries, Germany is a leader of collecting and recycling batteries. There, dangerous and not very dangerous waste is sorted. There is even a special address book. For each kind of waste, its own container. For glass, for example, there are 2 separate garbage cans. No straight-thinking German even thinks of throwing a battery into one of these tanks, and not only because of a fine of 300 euros, batteries are brought to the store where they're sold. Moreover, conscious citizens can get a discount when buying new ones, and old phones are sent for disposal by mail in special envelopes. But what about dangerous waste in Kazakhstan? A journalistic experiment. The initial data, information for reflection, civic position, and just a sense of self-preservation, as well as a burnt-out light, a used battery, and old phone. We want to get rid of the last 3. First, the search for addresses. A call. I would like to dispose of batteries, energy-saving light bulbs, and an old computer. Can this be done? In the course of the experiment, it turned out that nothing is impossible. Only in Almaty, there are several points where you need to bring light bulbs, household appliances, electronics, mobile phones, energy-saving lamps. And what happens to the dangerous devices? First, lamps, recycling with your own eyes. In Almaty, the territory of the former brick factory built before the revolution. Our company is engaged in the utilization of lamps since 2009. White suits, masks, the operators of the disposal unit come into an inconspicuous building with a sign, "Dangerous, do not enter." But at first glance, nothing dangerous inside appears. Racks with fluorescent lights and bags with energy-saving ones. Now we're preparing boxes for loading into the device. There are 250 bulbs in this box. Now here we will show you how it will be loaded, how the download will go, and how will be the preparation. But you're not advised to be here, the senior operator says. At plus 18 degrees, mercury begins to evaporate, and in these bags there can be broken lamps.
Здесь мы с температурой, чтобы прохладная температура была у нас в помещении, постоянно полы моем.
So the cool temperature stays in our room, we wash the floors constantly, then we have special powder so that the mercury is not absorbed into the floor.
Ртуть не впитывала в полы, не впитывалась.
We try to stay here only during the download process.
В процессе загрузки находиться стараемся.
However, today it's pretty cool in the street, not more than 15 degrees outside. In one light, in the middle of the one bulb, there are from 5 to 7 milligrams of mercury. If this light bulb is broken, then mercury flows out and leads to great danger. Scarecrows from childhood about the broken thermometer also refer to light bulbs. Even a small concentration of mercury threatens to affect the nervous system, liver, kidneys, and gastrointestinal tract. The heaviest and most harmful metal, so without a mask, without nitrogen, we can't work. Therefore, as we insure ourselves against every day, milk is given to us, a liter of milk we drink. So the organization gives it to us. You drink milk also as you will return, advises experts, and work continues. Then the process is loaded. The knife will cut off and at the expense of temperature, 380 degrees, and the temperature is in the equipment, warming up, and adds nitrogen. Nitrogen rapidly cools the vapors and they turn into a silver metal known to everyone according to the content of the thermometers. Cryogenic demercurization, this is what the process is called. It's considered the most effective and safe method for disposal today. Here we have included a booster pump. The booster pump delivers the mercury vapor into a trap. This is for us. Here we're collecting mercury in the trap. Here the lamps themselves are destroyed, the glass falls separately into the container, mercury separately flows into another container. Containers with liquid and extremely hazardous metals are stored in special safe containers. Mercury now in Kazakhstan is not stored anywhere at all, so we temporarily store it. We temporarily keep it here. We're looking for, of course, Russia or wherever else to give it to. Now we are searching. The whole process takes about an hour. This is the time needed to recycle the lamps. The container is replenished and the shredded glass is sent to the garbage containers and can be used in the future. The most difficult thing, as Zal says, is to prepare for the process, to collect these bulbs. We conclude contracts, first of all, with state organizations on the base of state purchases from one source. These are all kindergarten, schools, hospitals, state institutions. According to statistics, even a city with a population of 200,000 people, you can collect light bulbs twice as much. But in a 2 million megalopolis, only 2 enterprises have technical recycling capabilities. For example, last year, Almaty Ekologostroy secured a little more than 100,000 light bulbs. The number of remaining hazardous waste is hardly possible to calculate. Residents who know about the danger and those things they cannot be thrown out, they bring them to us. Someone brings it to the office. We have a special container there. We collect it and bring it to the shop. We take from those people who bring it for free. The era of electronic garbage, and we're already on the threshold. The exact volumes are not countable. But only in the Republic they sell about 150,000 mobile phones per month, and on average, each of them functions for 18 months. In the Republic, such a situation has developed that office equipment will be classified soon as dangerous.
Оргтехника относится тоже, скоро будет относиться и категория опасных.
The composition of the same mobile phone is an environmentally hazardous plastic and metal case. Electronic circuits contain lead and a battery, the most harmful part. The first batteries were nickel and cadmium, a hazardous decomposition mix. Modern batteries are made of lithium, explosive. Therefore, it's not recommended to burn them. No way can it be thrown out. In no case can it be simply transported to polygons. The utilization of office equipment and telephones is one of the most labor-intensive processes. It is a manual work. First, the workers dismantle the devices and pack them in parts. The profile of the company, as I said, is the utilization of office equipment. Office equipment is sorted into factions: metal separately, plastic separately, and colors separately. On average, one broken computer contains about 6 kilograms of almost undiluted plastic, and in microcircuits there's lead and mercury. At the same time, almost 80% of the materials included in the phone or computer board can be sent for processing. Moreover, precious metals are extracted from the old gadget. Gold, copper, aluminium, platinum. From 1 ton of old mobile phones, you can get about 150 grams of gold. For comparison, this is about 70 wedding rings. So the colored and, in some places, the precious metals here are not just stored, but taken to other addresses where it's used for intended purpose. Make the same computer boards. After such processing and reuse, about 90% goes for production of electronic equipment. Plain metal is pressed, plastic is sent to the crusher, and the dangerous chemical fillings go into special containers. Here, trash becomes raw material for future use. There is enough work as well as waste. And not electronic waste only, including, for example, old tires here turned into rubber crumbs. Then these tires are brought either in Shymkent or in Astana. From the crumbs they make rubber boxes for those same schools. Trash is one of the major environmental problems that humans face. Almaty annually produces about 1 million tons of waste. We have many problem cities. It's possible to say all the cities of Kazakhstan. In Astana, let's say it's about 300 tons of waste a year. In Astana, in many new apartment complexes, there are not only boxes for different types of waste, but containers for dangerous waste for light bulbs, for example. Ordinary citizens can take the trash and just leave and not be worried about this. It's mercury falling into the soil or somewhere further. In Astana, they put probably about 300 of them. Well, more than 200, that's for sure, and about 12 should be in Almaty. In Almaty, there are trash containers and conscious citizens who sort the waste. It looks like everything is done properly. Unfortunately, one truck loads up everything in the total mass, and then all of it is delivered to the landfills. And until the system has not yet been worked out, this will continue to be so. The system is certainly not fulfilled. In Germany, a decade passed before the obligatory sorting became a habit, and such habits you need to cultivate from childhood. My son was doing a project on ecology, and we went with him especially to these trash cans. As they say, we examined them, as I explained to him what the wastes are sorted for. It's planned that by the year 2030 in Kazakhstan, already 50% of the unused electronic technology and other dangerous debris will be collected and purposely collected waste processing, and will increase to 85%. But a lot of depends not only on government decisions, but simply on each of us. This is just one small step towards creating a clean future, but very important.